Before we begin to pray, let's take a gentle moment together and settle our hearts. This morning may not feel special at first. Maybe you woke up tired, your mind already racing, your heart already carrying yesterday's worries into today. Some mornings don't come with excitement or clarity. They come quietly, with unanswered questions, with responsibilities waiting, with battles you know you still have to face. And if we're honest, life often teaches us to measure our joy by how things are going. When news is good, we feel lighter. When plans fall apart, joy seems to slip right through our fingers. But God invites us into a different way of living, a deeper rhythm that doesn't depend on circumstances. The Bible tells us, "This is the day the Lord has made." Not a random day, not an accidental morning, this very day, the one you're living in right now, the breath you just took, the light coming through your window, the fact that your eyes opened this morning, none of it happened by chance. This day was shaped by God's hands before you ever woke up, and that changes everything. Because if this day comes from Him, then it carries purpose, even if you don't see it yet. It carries grace, even if you feel weak. It carries opportunity, even if you feel unsure. Think about that for a moment. The Creator of heaven and earth gave you this day as a gift, not because everything is perfect, not because you earned it, but because His mercy is new this morning. When you realize that, rejoicing is no longer about pretending life is easy. It becomes a response of gratitude, a quiet decision that says, "God, I may not understand everything ahead of me, but I thank you for today." Every morning you wake up, you are given another chance to walk with Him, another opportunity to trust Him, another moment to live with purpose. This day is a divine invitation to lean on God, to walk closely with Him, and to let Him lead you step by step. So as we begin this morning, let your heart rest in that truth. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to feel strong. You simply have to recognize that this day was made by God, and that alone is reason enough to begin with hope. Let gratitude quietly replace heaviness. Let trust begin to rise where worry has been. And as we move toward prayer, allow your heart to open to this simple but powerful truth. Today is a gift, and God is already here with you. As we step a little deeper into this morning, it's important to understand something many people don't talk about enough. Your joy matters more than you realize. Not just emotionally, but spiritually. There is a real battle that takes place around your joy, especially at the start of a new day. The enemy doesn't always come loudly. Most of the time, he comes quietly. Through discouraging thoughts, through reminders of past failures, through fear about what hasn't worked out yet. He knows that if he can steal your joy early, he can weaken your faith for the rest of the day. Jesus said that the thief comes only to steal, kill, and destroy. But he came so that we could have life, and have it abundantly. That abundant life doesn't mean a life without problems. It means a life anchored in God. Even when problems are present, joy is part of that abundance. When joy is lost, peace often follows. When peace fades, clarity disappears. And before you know it, you're moving through the day tired on the inside, even if nothing dramatic has happened yet. That's why protecting your joy is so important. It's not about forcing a smile or ignoring pain. It's about guarding what God has placed within you. Maybe you've felt that before. You wake up already feeling behind, already feeling defeated, even before the day truly begins. The weight of responsibilities, unanswered prayers, or ongoing struggles can slowly press down on your heart. And if you're not careful, discouragement starts to feel normal. But God never intended you to live weighed down by fear or hopelessness. He knows life can hurt. He sees the disappointments you carry. And yet, He offers you strength that doesn't come from your circumstances, but from His presence. The Bible tells us that when we place our hope in the Lord, He renews our strength. He lifts us higher than what we're facing. That means joy doesn't come from avoiding the storm, but from knowing you're not facing it alone. Even when the enemy tries to whisper lies, God's truth speaks louder. You are not forgotten. You are not weak. You are not alone in this battle. God is actively working in ways you may not see yet, and His strength is available to you right now. So this morning, instead of letting fear or heaviness set the tone for your day, choose to guard your joy, not because everything feels good, but because God is good. Let His presence steady your heart. Let His truth silence the noise. And as we prepare to move into prayer, remember this: your joy is worth protecting, because it is deeply connected to your faith, your peace, and your walk with God today. So now, as this day stretches out in front of you, everything comes down to a choice, not a feeling, but a decision you make in your heart. Today, you choose joy. Not because life is easy, not because every prayer has been answered, but because you trust the God who holds this day in His hands. Joy doesn't wait for the situation to change. Joy begins the moment you place your trust back where it belongs, and one of the most powerful ways to do that is through prayer. Prayer realigns your heart. It shifts your focus from what's overwhelming you to the one who is greater than it all. When you pray, you're not just talking into the air, you're stepping into the presence of God, laying down your worries and receiving His peace in return. That's where joy is renewed, not in pretending everything is fine, but in honestly bringing everything to Him. The fears you didn't say out loud, the weight you've been carrying alone, the questions you don't have answers for yet. God welcomes all of it. Maybe today you're still waiting for clarity, for healing, for provision, for breakthrough, and waiting can be hard. It can test your patience and quietly drain your joy if you let it. But even in the waiting, God is at work. He is shaping you, strengthening you, and preparing what's ahead. Choosing joy today doesn't mean you stop hoping for change. It means you trust God while you wait. It means you rest in the truth that He sees the full picture, even when you only see one small piece. So as this morning unfolds, let prayer be the place where you anchor your heart. Give God this day before it gets busy. Place your trust in Him before distractions take over. Speak words of faith, even if your emotions haven't caught up yet. Say quietly in your heart, God, I give you today. I trust you with what I know and what I don't know. I choose joy because you are with me, and as you do, peace will begin to settle in. Strength will rise. Hope will feel a little closer. This day doesn't belong to fear. It doesn't belong to discouragement. It belongs to God. And because He is with you, that is enough. So take a deep breath. Let your shoulders relax. Step into this day with trust. Choose joy again and again, moment by moment. And now, with your heart open and your spirit ready, let's move together into prayer.